definitely feel like this is the right life, and I'm on it now. I was a bit off track for a while, here and there, not exactly knowing who I was. Now I think I know. I've always known things about myself. I've just chosen to not recognize them and act on them. Like, I've always been aware of my faults.
222. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
hey.
Yes, sir. Coming to you live from
the
Zony
South.
Manor. My name is Neon June,
Yo, I'm Briley Harris. What's good, y'all?
and we are Zony Sound.
Big
Welcome
sound.
back to another episode of The Recipe. Man, we are super, super excited to have our next guest on here today, man. We first met him at the cook up that we had at MAP Technologies. Shout out to MAP. And it was a producer event where we just got a bunch of Ableton rigs, FL rigs. I think it was like 6, 7 different producers at one time
Yeah.
up to a point.
I remember FL was in there, had Logic in there, Ableton in there, yeah, a
Man.
couple Pro Tools. You can use anything, honestly.
Exactly. Everybody
Yeah,
was
bunch of
pulling
people.
up. Everybody was pulling up. And so we met him there, and he was one of the very, very strong proponents of FL gang.
Yeah,
And just the things he was doing made me definitely give it some respect, put some respect on the FL gang name. And I know him for crazy grooves and crazy samples, but what he's definitely showcasing in me a lot is, just more of his original production. So without further ado, we're gonna tell my mans to go ahead and unmic and unmute himself and unsheath himself. My man's
Not a
bass
sheath.
Monkey. How you doing today, bro?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing today?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
man,
Yes,
what's
sir. We
good,
chilling.
buddy?
We chilling, man. Man, first off, I just want to say thank you so much for following through on this episode of The Recipe, man. We just appreciate you, for tapping in with this, showing love to the producer community, and yeah, just thank you thank you for following through. You know what I mean?
Oh no, thank you. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you guys, giving me the time, to, speak and let people see who I am, and letting, also thank you guys on behalf of the producer community for giving us producers a chance to let people see that we're actually, people just like everybody else when we do come out of our caves eventually.
Hey,
Exactly.
Well, for sure. Hey, we appreciate it, man. So we got the gamut of questions, man. You already know what it is.
Let's get straight into it.
Let's get into it, man. First off, what got you started making music? What got you either your first introduction into music, and then what specifically got you into music production?
So what first got me into making music was, surprisingly, in high school, my friend Wendell, I saw him using FL Studio and he had his sax, and I walked in and I asked him, like, oh, what is that? That looks cool. He's like, oh, this is called FL Studio, Fruity Loops. I'm like, what does it do? He's like, oh, you can make a whole bunch of stuff on it. I'm like, show me more. You know, like every producer's first dog they see, you get intrigued.
Right.
And one thing led to another. Got my first copy of FL Studio, but the first track that really led me to want to, make beats, honestly, it was Gucci Mane's Lemonade.
Wow.
Hey, classic
Yeah,
record, bro. Classic
the
record.
beat's crazy though. Baseline. I always thought that baseline was freaking crazy. Go ahead.
Crazy.
Because like when I first heard it, like the choirs, the bass line, like you said, the drums, everything, I'm just sitting back like, I could make that. I could make something like that.
Hey.
I could do that. And then just from discovering other, producers and artists and all of that, it just gave me more drive to want to just try different things and just see what I could create myself.
Okay. Cool.
That's what's up, man.
So, what in the music making process, what is your favorite DAW? Specific, and I want to give you the ability to kind of answer that question with what's your favorite DAW for producing, and then also mixing, recording things.
Okay, I like the fact that you add that in.
Yeah.
It's different.
Every producer, audio engineer, we kind of pick different ones for different tasks. Sometimes people think you kind of do it all in the same one, but everybody has their personal preference to what they want to go. For me, when it comes to like producing, making my beats, I like FL Studio. It's straight to the point. It's user friendly. On like Pro Tools, I've tried making a beat in Pro Tools. I almost threw hands at my computer.
Man, look, I did it for 2 years. I understand.
Valid.
I couldn't do it on Pro Tools, but when it comes to like recording, mixing, mastering, that's when I use Pro Tools because, there's nothing wrong with mixing and mastering in FL Studio. It's just Pro Tools gives me more room. In addition to that, Pro Tools works hand in hand with like the UAD plugins and whatnot, so it gives me a lot more space.
Word, yes sir.
Oh,
he's mentioned the UAD plugins. We getting into
they're real special. Now we know you talking about special sauce.
All right, so we got FL for production, Pro Tools for mixing. So again, you mentioned the Universal Audio plugins, and I know just from watching you move on IG, you're aside from being a producer, you're doing a lot on the audio engineering sphere. I see you in the studio a lot, doing a lot of stuff in Pro Tools, like you were saying. One, just speak on a little bit what you get involved to outside of just the production, but also speak on what's the benefits of being a producer that can also mix their own things and mix things for other people. How does that help you in the process? Okay,
so I'll touch on the first one. So outside of like producing, I do a lot of like mixing and mastering, as you know, and I'm trying to find the best words to put it in so it's not like I'm running around. Honestly, everything is the best word to kind of explain it, because that's how I try to dabble in different things, because everything does help you along the way. You could pick small things from here, small things from there, and add it to your sound, add it to how you move. If whether it be financially or whether it be marketing, you can add it to how you move, and that can slowly improve you in the long run. A lot of people kind of overlook that.
That's important,
man. For sure. Hey, just want to give a shout out to the chat. See a couple of friends of the show. We want to give a shout out to the first interview of the recipe, Mason's Lament. Yes, sir. Shout out to boy Mason, the Wave Master, the young god. Shout out my man's Wavy Blaine, tapping in from Naptown, Indiana, in the building. Yes, sir. We going all over the nation with it. Shout out to my man Wavy Blaine. Check him out on IG. Super crazy instrumentalist, producer as well. Would love to have you on this joint. We got Zony Sound in the chat as well, talking their ish. So, that facet that you mentioned, man, about audio engineering, obviously, helping you in the art side, but, just being another payable skill set that you can have just to incorporate into, just to have in your pocket. I think that's a big thing that I always push, from the studio work to the live sound. So, major key alert right there for sure.
You always have a job. You'll always have a job.
Sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like, one thing I would want to add with the audio engineering, it's really helped with my beat making, because when you step in as an audio engineer, your ears sort of change to into putting it together, figuring out, okay, this doesn't belong here. You sort of become like a little mad scientist while you're working. So when I'm creating my beats, I'm thinking, okay, I need to have enough space here per se, just for the person to be able to do what they need to do. Need to ensure, okay, there's enough headroom. I'm not just sending out a track that's just hitting 0 and expecting somebody to
right smash a
be able to
vocal
do
into
something
it.
on this. So it helps each other. It's sort of like having a dual-edged sword, and you can always pull it out whenever you need it.
Hey, valid, exactly. Hey, we'll give another shout out to, we got my man Sam Marley sliding through the chat. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Follow him on Twitch, man. He be
Good,
getting busting boys' head on the Twitch, on everything. Yes, sir. Also, a killer in the shed as well. Shout out to you, man. Friend of the zone for sure. What do? All right, man. This is so. I gotta double part this question now, because we know we got the sauce as the engineer, right? So, what plugins and gear, whether microphones, preamps, anything like that, are you using on the recording audio engineering side, and then on the production side, what are kind of your go-to plugins as well?
So on the recording side, what I like to use would be the Avalon preamp.
Tasty.
Icy. Okay. We talking big boy shit. Deep swimmers only. Go ahead.
It does a close job at emulating the actual preamp itself. The only thing is, with digital, you can't create warmth, but it does fool the ears to thinking you have that warmth in there. And it's really good with I wish I was sponsored by them, because this would be a sponsored video.
Hey, look,
right.
Avalon, reach out to my man.
Avalon,
hey, Avalon.
like every time I use it, it never disappoints. It gives me what I'm looking for, and it lets me do what I need to do. Like, I can push it in certain ways that I know, okay, if I push it this way, it's gonna give me this reaction. If I push it this way, I'll get this reaction from it.
Right.
And it lets me do what I need to do. On the producing side, my go-to that I like to go for is hardcore on FO Studio. A lot of people sleep on it.
What's that? No. Put us on. Speak on it.
I ain't never touched
hardcore, like one instance of hardcore, you can have up to 5 different effects on it. So what I usually do, if I'm sampling, I have my initial EQ to cut what I don't need.
Right.
Then I put on hardcore, and then I put an equalizer on there, put a chorus or put a flanger, or maybe sometimes put a modulator. And then with the hardcore itself, I can set the cabin to either cabinet A, B. Basically also doing a little bit of sound design and shaping within hardcore.
Yeah, it's like its own little submixer essentially. That sounds awesome.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I might have to check that one out for sure.
Hardcore FL users.
All right. So, give me one plugin that you couldn't live without, and then one plugin that you would use not regularly, but one plugin that you would use sparingly. So, one plugin that you would use every single session, and then one plugin that you would use, just a little sprinkle, a little sauce, something.
Just a little bit.
I think one plugin that I use every session would have to be the Fab Filter, the EQ2, just because of how in depth you can be, and just from being able to see the pre-pose and all of that. And the plugin that I use just for as a sprinkle, honestly, would be the Fab Filter Pro L2. That's a nice touch on, for your final master. I like to tell people, if they want to experiment with a good limiter.
Yeah. Okay. It's a limiter.
To experiment with. That is, I love it. It catches the transients really nice.
Got you.
You can control how. It's just amazing. Again, I wish I was.
I'm about to write that in.
Right, we're gonna take a screen grab and gonna send it to him. We're gonna get it in. You know what I mean?
Just like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Reach out.
The Fab Filter stuff is definitely a series of they do everything, EQs, all types of plugins that I always see. You see everybody using, but I have not tapped into. So I'm gonna definitely have to slide on those for sure. All right, so you sent me a couple crazy joints earlier, so I think it's about that time for us to bless the people with something. What you think they need to hear first, man?
I'm gonna let y'all pick. I'll
Hey,
Oh,
that's
wait,
cool.
okay.
That's cool. That's
Wait,
cool.
hold up.
We know
All right,
what the
all right.
dagger is at the end. So you know what I'm saying. Let's give it a second. Let us slide
Yeah,
over
let's
and see what they talking about. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah, I
A
mean.
little something. A little, yeah, I mean.
Man. All right, yeah, no.
Let's see. All right, we're gonna go with this one. So
yeah.
again,
I remember this one. Let's go.
Yeah. Bass Monkey sent us a plethora of heat, as usual, right? So we're gonna play this one, and it works out. So this is our favorite one that we were playing. We were just cracking our necks to it earlier, man, because this joint is slamming. We're gonna play Blackout. So
Blackout.
what you got to say about Blackout before we get into it, my man?
With that's more sort of like a house beat.
Okay.
And surprisingly, with Blackout, I do have somebody on it. Nigel. I'm not sure if you're aware of Nigel. Nigel Noel.
Oh, Nigel Noel.
that's
Yo,
homie.
hell
I hope I didn't
yeah,
butcher his name, but
yeah.
Nah, that's
No,
it.
we
Yeah.
hit. We hit.
So if you guys pop over
Humanoid.
to his Spotify,
Wow.
the track is on his Spotify.
Oh,
so
that's dope.
A little
Dope.
bit of putting in my peoples and whatnot.
Yeah.
Hey, for
But
sure.
when I made that, I just wanted some people could just something happy, something that you could vibe to and just sort of rock out.
Yeah,
try
yeah.
something different.
Okay,
All right,
okay.
all
All right. We're going to get into it one time. This is...
Blackout.
Turn me up.
It's crazy.
Hey. Okay. Ooh. Hey. Yeah. Ooh. That's all we're gonna give him.
Gotta pay for the rest.
That's all we're gonna give him in that one. That's all we're gonna give him. So that one is sick. Definitely check that one out. Do you what's the name of the record that is called? Is it called Blackout or?
I think it's called You Will Never Love Me.
You Will Never Love Me. All right.
Okay.
Check out You Will Never Love Me. Nigel Noel. That joint has got to be a banger.
And you said that's on Spotify, correct?
Yeah, that's on his Spotify. He released it, I think, about a few months ago.
Okay.
I'm not correct.
Yeah.
You gotta add that to the rotation.
Hey man, the joint's cranking. Question. Everybody's definitely feeling your comments on hardcore, man. Mason said hardcore used to be my joint till I switched to guitar rig. Okay.
Hey, that's
it was the way when you was explaining it kind of was giving me guitar rig vibes. Just you got all these slots to put.
Is guitar rig with waves?
Yeah.
No, Native Instruments.
Native Instruments. Yeah.
Because I know Waves has something similar to it too. It sort of works almost
like
close
the
to the
CLA
same as hardcore, but I would recommend using that if you want closer to like low latency. The only reason I like hardcore is sort of what it does. It adds its own little distortion in it too.
Okay.
The Waves version kind of doesn't have the distortion added to it, so that's a live bit. Another option to use.
Got you. All right. What else we got, man? We're gonna play some more funky stuff for the people, and then we're gonna get into some more of these questions.
I'm trying to see what that.
What you got? What you on?
What's that ESM?
That ESM? We going ESM?
All
right. So let me cue this joint up real quick. All right. We all queued up. So yeah, walk us through this one. ESM.
What's this talking about, man?
Oh, that I was listening to Drake. I'm not gonna lie.
On the Drizzy.
Okay.
I think it was like Marvin's Room. You know when Marvin's Room come on, those chords hit you.
Yeah, it just hit you right there.
Yeah, what?
And like just off that, I was like, dang, I want to see what I could be able to like my own interpretation of Marvin's Room, like how I heard it as a full completion, and that's how that came about.
Oh, word. Cool.
Okay. All right.
Let's get into the vibes. Damn. There's another joint I want to play. We just gonna play everything, bro. I ain't gonna play. Hey, DSL. New Bass Monkey. Let's get into it. Zony Live. This make me want to rap, yo. Yeah. Hey.
Man, that low ain't cranking on that one right there, man.
That joke crazy. That joke crazy. All right. I'm digging that one. That one as well, man.
That's a vibe. That low end real nice and warm on that.
Yeah. You did that. You did that.
That's a ride.
For sure. And so you said that was coming off the new joint, or is that just the Lucy?
No. That one's already been out. The remaining two, those two are off the new beat tape.
Got you. Cool. Well, we got more sauce to play for the people, man. You already know. Did want to just rap to you about another project that you have put out called Reset. It's a couple of things I liked about it, and it's actually like a unifying theme amongst all of your EP, your beat tape projects, is that there's this very like cinematic feel. And even though there's only a couple of tracks, every track seems like an act of a movie in a sense. So you kind of get a different vibe each track, but it's also this cohesive story. Is that intentional? Is that, how do you come about getting that cohesive sound, but while still keeping everything very, very diverse sonically?
Excuse me. Yeah, that's very intentional.
Yeah.
And honestly, it kind of takes a little bit of, planning as I go.
Okay.
And with that, to get a whole full, complete, project and still have different variations to it, it just takes a lot of sound selection, picking the sounds, and also just not being afraid to try different things. Because if I didn't try different things, I wouldn't be able to know that, I could be able to put out a 4-track beat tape and have each track hold its own sonic level.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much how it comes about. I would tell people, whenever you're doing your own projects, try what comes to mind. You never know how somebody could take it, and you never know who's listening and could really enjoy it the most from it.
Right.
So honestly,
I say, never know who's gonna gravitate to it if it ain't out there in the world.
Gotta put your stuff out there, man.
For sure. All right. What artists, in the city, or just in the local area, are you kind of checking out for inspiration? And then what are also some artists kind of locally that you would like to collaborate with, or you can see your sound kind of aligning with?
Dang, that's a tough question. Locally, like, I don't want it to come off like too wrong, but I really haven't been focused on pushing anything locally other than the people I've been working with, like
network,
Nigel Noel, Max Goof, Young Helly, just to name a few. Of course, I'm gonna have some stuff with you guys.
Already.
Other than that, I would say either IDK or Shy Glizzy.
Okay.
Go for it.
For sure.
Like,
Nigel Noel, Max Goof, both two local acts that I'm huge fans of as well. So that works. That works for that one. All right. Who are you listening to just in general to inspire the sound?
Mac Miller, honestly.
Can't go wrong, man.
Okay, I can hear that.
Man.
I can hear
Can't
that.
go wrong. Sir.
Okay.
Classic.
Like,
Oh man, rest in peace to the God.
Hey. For sure. Oh, we got oh, sorry, man. Sorry to cut you off. We got Jay Fawn sliding through the chat. What they do? What they do? What they do? My man. We'd love to have you on this joint as well. He said, "Where are all of you finding these beast ass producers?" Hey, shout out to you,
when we
man.
decided to come out the cave.
Hey, straight up.
Hey man, kind of speak on that. Talking about coming out of the cave. You know, you have such a diverse sound set. You pull from so many different influences, but then, you know, kind of retreating into that, you know, almost like the cave as we call it, to produce these sounds. So where are you finding the sounds? Are you researching? Was it like childhood, growing up? Where, you know, different things that you're hearing? Are you going out and we just don't see you around? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where are you pulling from?
A lot of what I pull from is I collect vinyls. So I spend a lot of time listening to vinyls, like listening to like old grooves, like a lot of like, I can't even name them. Like I have one of the Jackson 5's original albums, like Patty LaBelle.
Heavy
like
hitters.
deep. That's where like
Got you.
a lot of my sounds people try to look for, but I'm like, I have it right here. You just might not be able to find
Right.
it.
This is
that
the deep
exclusive.
cut. This is the deep cut off the reissue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like when I do find the sounds I'm looking for, like I spend a lot of time really studying and perfecting my craft. And now I feel like I've gotten to the point to where I don't have to spend all that time in the lab cooking up. Now I can start, you know, doing collabs, building relationships since I've put in that 10,000 hours.
Right.
Speak on it.
No, for sure. I feel like there's something in, you know, getting your thing polished first before you start trying to build with other people, you know, just finessing your thing and getting that to where it needs to be before you start connecting the dots. I dig that. Let's see. All right. Here's a good question. This is really for all the creatives. Anybody in the chat, definitely chime in on this one, man.
I feel that.
How are you staying creative during the quarantine, man?
Locked in.
Obviously, you ain't got to talk about how it might have effed up any gigs or anything like that. But, you know, just speak on how, you know, just the creative process is different. Just the mental space that we're in nowadays is very different. And just how it's affecting the art that comes out of it.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. When it first all started, I had the meanest writer's block. And anybody who's had writer's block as a creative knows that is one of the most annoying things because you can't estimate how long it's gonna last. It could last a week, a month, 2 months, 3 months. It could vary.
Wow, yeah.
And the way I got around that was picked up a new instrument, picked up the guitar. So learning the guitar, that took my mind off just focusing on, okay, you know, beats. My mind got a time to relax and focus on, okay, I'm learning something new. Let me try this out. And then also just going on walks and giving my mind a breather and more so controlling the environment because I knew out there, okay, this is what's going on out there. I can't control that, but I can control, you know, what's around me and how I react to said things.
Yes, sir.
So that's helped me sort of, you know, keep things at bay and also playing a lot of Warzone. Warzone helps.
It helps.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
It really
That's
does.
good.
Like a good 2 hours on there is like, okay, cool. I'm refreshed. I can go back.
Right.
It's important to take that time away, man. Like you were saying, taking those walks, getting out in nature. Earlier today, I was at the beach chilling, and, you know, kind of just gave it time to clear some headspace, get in the water. And so that's very important, having that time to get your mind right. Because if you don't get yourself right, it comes out in the sound, comes out in the music. And, you know, you can feel that. You can hear it.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to say, no pun intended, but they get that reset, man. You know what I'm saying? Just got to, just like you said, just even if it's just for a couple hours out the day, you know, getting outside, breathing some oxygen, man, fresh off the trees.
Important, man.
You know what I'm saying? Just
it's
little stuff like that, for sure. It all affects the creative process. All right. You already talked about it. Oh, I almost fumbled the bag real quick. My bad. Hold on. We got a very, very important question. All right. Mix references. Who you listening to? who got the cranking kick? Whose kit do you got right now? Or when you pull up the FL, what's the first grab? Who got the snares? Who got the kicks? We need it all, bro.
Questions
Put
that
us
need
on. Put us
answering.
on.
All right, so I'm gonna start with mixed reference. So with mixed reference, I actually have that written down.
Hey, he was ready. He was
All right,
ready.
got some notes.
Had to.
I like it.
Had
Because
to.
I always mess up people's names, and
Okay.
I don't know if they might stumble across. So
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Hey,
No,
respect,
respect where respect is
don't wanna mess
due.
up nobody's name.
Yeah.
So one of the first people mixed by Ali.
Yes, sir.
TV,
Yes,
like
sir.
that, man.
Of course.
King.
Like the way his ears are not from this world. It's not fit.
Man.
That's all I'm gonna say.
For sure.
His ears are not from this world. Mike Dean. The reason why I say Mike Dean, the way he has Travis's vocals, just how he has all the elements sitting, and everything comes through just at the right levels, and nothing's really competing with one another. And his take on how he approaches Travis's vocals is, I see it as non-traditional. And
for sure.
John Armstrong, he worked on Swimming, Mac Miller's album.
Okay.
He did a really good job. And then the last person would be Alex
Tomei, yeah.
I apologize if I butchered his name, but Alex Tomei, he's worked with like Young Thug,
yeah.
A lot of people down south, and like I like the way he approaches things. He always lets people know, like even when he's done with his mixes or whatnot, he always lets people know like what works for him might not work for somebody else.
Right.
And as audio engineers, I respect somebody who says that, because then when I reference his stuff, I know for sure I don't have to do exactly what he's doing.
Right.
Because if he's telling you himself,
for
you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. You can still get that same end result. So those are the people I like to reference. Like
yeah, for sure. Definitely the goats of their lane. Was our last interviewee, Brian Beast, mentioned mixed by Ali. And Mike Dean, like you said, man, what he's done with Travis, it's a standard. Especially with just the sound that people are trying to emulate. It's the mix that people are trying to emulate. Also, Mike Dean just gets his shit freakishly loud, and I'm trying to figure that one out too.
I figured out how.
Okay, drop the gem.
Drop
exclusive gems right here.
So in Pro Tools, I'm not sure if it'll work in like Logic and whatnot, but it's pretty much the same fundamentals. So in Pro Tools, it's pretty much boils down to like your gain staging and how you place, which VSTs or effects you want, and a lot of it is literally the small things add up at the end, at the final. And what I realized is what he does sometimes is he does parallel compressions on certain things. Sometimes he might just leave certain things alone. So he approaches it with what each track needs. That's first, and then when he gets to the final, like the mix, I've noticed he doesn't let his actual mix get past -6, and that's with everything combined. That's all your compressors and all of that, because when you're at -6, you still have that headroom to pull it up, and you don't necessarily have to worry too much about, if I pull it up this much, am I gonna lose the transients? Am I gonna lose my dynamics? Is it gonna start sounding nasally or boxy and stuff like that?
Gain stage it right from the jump, you know what I'm saying?
Fundamentals.
For sure.
Fundamentals important.
Gotta let them know.
It's like your dribble in basketball. If your handles ain't right, look, the shot ain't gonna matter too much. Your handles ain't right.
What's your biggest non-musical inspiration, bro?
Non-musical inspiration?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Got it. You got
Take
it.
your time, boss.
Hey, when he gets back, we'll get into his favorite non-musical inspiration. I think my favorite non-musical inspiration probably,
can I say it
outside, outdoors, just outdoors in general, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Oh, we back in the game.
I'd have to say, honestly, skateboarding would be my favorite non-musical inspiration. The only reason I say that is because it's a way to, just relax and let my mind not focus on something that's not music, something different.
Wow. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Sometimes the best thing for the music is not music. You know, going back to what you said about preserving that mental health earlier. Sometimes the best thing to fuel your creativity is something that's not creative at all. That's what's up.
Most definitely.
For sure. Since we on the outside wave, something that was really, honestly, unearthly to me was the 2-piece joint that you sent us.
Man,
so,
what?
We're gonna get into that joint right quick. We're gonna play another Jimmy Jam for the peoples real quick. You know what I'm saying? What was the headspace on that one, my guy? Because that's the real vibe right there. I'm feeling that one. What was you thinking on that one, man?
On that one, honestly, like the title says, 2-piece. I just wanted to show up 2-piece the listeners' ears and kept it pushing. Just let them just like, wow.
You said kept it pushing.
Yo, savage. All right, let's get into it. 2-piece. Let's crank this joint. Oh man. Oh man.
Oh God.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God again. Let's go.
Dog, this ain't fair. This ain't fair. It isn't.
Hey. Ooh. Nah, they gonna have to pay for that one. They gonna have to pay for that one, man.
Nah, like I might actually pay for that. Like, you trying to let that go? Like,
yo,
these might actually pay for that one. I'm gonna holler at you after this.
808 is way too disrespectful in all types of ways on that one, my G. That is not fair.
The 808. Wait, is the chat listening? I'll let them know my 808.
Okay,
yeah, drop it, bro. I was about to ask. Nigga, tell me what.
He said, "Is the chat listening?"
So my 808 chain, honestly, is like straightforward. Is the initial subtractive EQ. So in my 808s, I like to take out just with the first one, 500 hertz and up. Just taking that out. The only reason I do 500 is just so a little bit of bleed for harmonics when I put in the distortion. VSD, I like to use Camel Crusher. It's a really good for distortion.
Camel Crusher?
It has
say Camel Crusher?
Camel Crusher.
All right.
Yeah, like it's a free VSD. Really, like I recommend it for your 808s. Then after Camel Crusher, I use Soft Clip. Everybody at FL Studio, just know about the Soft Clip.
Yeah.
So within Camel Crusher, there's another filter, so you can sort of EQ within Camel Crusher itself. So you have your initial first subtractive EQ, then EQ within Camel Crusher itself. So you really tighten it up, cleaning it up, and ensuring that the only sounds coming through is what you want. And then the final step after a soft clipper is another EQ that's just boosting the right frequencies I want.
Okay.
Nice little chain, bling,
yeah,
bling.
I don't hide my secrets. I let people know what I do. That's the one thing.
Yes,
Me
sir.
as an audio engineer producer, I let people know what I do because at the end of the day, it's not a gem or like a button I push. I have it here. If you know the same thing I do, hey, that means you're one step closer to being able to do what you want to do, and you might have something I know that I might need to know, and you tell me.
Hey,
just keep it going like that.
Exactly.
Share the knowledge, spread the love. Share the knowledge, spread the love.
That's
yes,
what
sir.
I'm doing here.
All right, we getting down to the rapid fire round, and we definitely gonna get a couple of more of these, the rapid fire questions off. We're going to shout out to everybody in the chat that fell through. We appreciate y'all for sliding. Anybody got any more questions? Go ahead, drop them in the chat, and we're gonna get this rapid fire round started. All right, let's get some cute music. Let's get some tunes. All right, we back at it. Round one. The first question, of course.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ableton versus FL. Where you at with it? I think we know this.
I think we know.
FL.
Okay, all right, respect.
For sure. FL with the reasonable or what is it? Honorable mention for Pro Tools. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right.
For sure. All right. Favorite virtual instrument.
Oh, damn. Electra X2.
Okay.
Explain. What's
Yeah,
that?
I'm not familiar with that one.
Is a Tone 2 Electra X2 is like a synthesizer.
Yeah.
I like it. I use it a lot. It's sort of like Omnisphere's little brother. That's the best way I can put it.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to write that one down.
Yeah, that's notes.
I need that one.
Taking notes. All right. Favorite non-virtual instrument.
Piano.
Wow, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. Okay. Why that one?
Because I played the piano. First started off on the piano.
Okay.
Got classically trained on the piano and whatnot.
Gang.
A lot of people kind of don't know that part about me.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
That's a little tidbit.
Okay.
For sure. All right. Okay.
All right. Well, so since you said piano, for the next question, and because you said you were learning guitar earlier during the quarantine, piano or guitar?
I say piano because my fingers are too small for the damn guitar.
Hey, yo. Chill out.
Hey, valid.
Okay.
That's a fair answer.
All right.
For sure. All righty. Let's see where we at with it. All right. SoundCloud versus all DSPs. So SoundCloud versus Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Amazon Music, Deezer.
Napster.
SoundCloud. I go SoundCloud.
Rock with SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What you like in Sound? Why SoundCloud over the other guys?
Because with SoundCloud, I can actually interact with the people listening to my music.
Exactly.
Like with Spotify. Yes, we have Spotify artists, but I don't know if the person who streamed my song 2 days ago really liked it or not. They may be able to add it to their playlist, but I don't really see any actual numbers or even a thumbs up, thumbs down, or
right.
No, and plus SoundCloud really lets you try different things. You don't have to worry about this person might not like this project, so you may have wasted X amount of this and whatnot. SoundCloud just lets you pretty much put out what you want to put out.
Yep.
And just get it out.
Yep, for sure. Straight to the people. Yes, sir. All right. About to get in a little bit of trouble, man. Pharrell versus Timbo.
It's tight. Oh, this taking a long time.
I gotta say Pharrell.
Yes.
Gotta go.
I gotta say
Skateboard P. Skateboard P, man. Yes, sir.
I gotta say Skateboard P. Damn.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's all. That's all you gotta say.
For
We
sure.
know.
We got it. All right, we got some cosigns to Pro Tools on the dog question as well. So shout out to we got John E in the chat. Cosign Pro Tools for favorite dog. Ain't mad at that. All right, Metro versus Mike Will.
I gotta go Mike Will. I gotta go Mike Will.
Okay.
If I had to choose between the two, I say Mike Will only because I know a lot of people might not agree with this, but Mike Will could outproduce Metro under the bus.
Okay, spicy.
I say that with some confidence.
Hey, I'm not mad at that take though at all. Like, Mike Will, don't sleep.
Look,
you know what I'm saying? Mike Will. I feel like, I don't know. This is dangerous too. But
I don't know.
I was gonna say Metro. I feel like Metro kind of not ran off with it, but you know what I'm saying. I feel like Metro definitely a descendant of the Mike Will, of the Mike Will sound. You know what I'm saying? Along with Mike Will is a descendant of the Lex Luger. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't mad.
Lex Luger, grandfather to all this.
Exactly. We go Mike Will. I fucks with Mike Will. All right, gonna switch it up a little bit. Fly Low, K Tronada.
I gotta go K Tronada.
K Tronada. Ooh, okay. All right.
Any reasons for K Tronada over Fly Low?
The reason I say K Tronada is because when he does his production, I could sort of, relate as far as what his mindset, what he's thinking of, or when it comes to like putting together his actual tracks. Because I've listened to some of his stuff. I'm like, he must have been in my head, or already came out.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Okay. Relatable.
Yeah, right. That's interesting because you think about like, I don't know, a songwriter writing songs that are relatable, but sonically, that's I think that's a talent in itself to create something that sounds relatable without the lyrics dictating that it is relatable to you. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Yeah, that's cool. I like that answer. All right. Where we at? Where we at?
We got Sengo versus Monty Booker. How you feeling?
Do I have to give an answer?
Hey, no, it can only be one. It can only be one. Uno.
Breaking up.
Hey, look, he had to put the joint down for this.
I was just gonna say option one, just so nobody can hold me to my words.
Option one. Yo, that's sick. Option one.
That's a fair answer.
Okay. All
that's
right.
a tough one.
We ain't even going to have you describe why. You know what I mean? Play it safe.
Yeah. That's a tough one. That's fair.
Oh, man.
All right. Who we got next?
Who you feeling? All right, let's go London on the Track versus Muzza on the Beat. DJ Mustard.
I got to say London.
Okay.
All right.
London. Only reason I gotta give it to London is I feel, I don't know, London just hits a little bit harder for me. Just a little, and plus he has a few of my favorite tracks. Yes, I'm gonna be a little bit biased, a little bit. He has a few of my favorite tracks.
Hey.
I'm trying to remember the track. When I remember it, I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah.
My top favorite tracks that I've heard, and when I first heard, I'm like, oh, damn, you can do that.
Got it. Ain't no like that for real. For sure. Okay. We go London. All right. James Blake, Toro y Moi.
I gotta say Toro y Moi.
Okay. I got you. Why you feeling? How you feel? Why you leaning towards Toro? What you thinking?
It's just a few people I have in mind that I'm waiting for, for that collaboration to happen. And when it does happen, I'll be even more happy. Yeah. That's what I was leading. I'm just thinking, is he actually going to, actually read my mind and
right.
get those collabs off for him? Hopefully, because so far I've got my Schoolboy and Gucci Mane collab, which I never thought would happen in a million years. But that can happen.
Yeah. For sure.
That's what's up. Hey, I got one. So, sample packs versus field recordings, or making your own sounds, or making your own sounds to go into the beat, or you feeling more sample packs?
I've started feeling less sample packs only because a lot of people recycle the same sounds, and
that's a fact.
Then taking me off. But what I've started doing is getting my samples from vinyls and learning how to actually create my own drum samples, because I'm really
particular. You good?
No. Oh, I thought my phone just died on me.
Hey, you still with us?
Yeah, but I'm really nitpicky on the sounds that I use. So sometimes a sample pack doesn't do it justice if it's just the same one that a certain person has already used. So I try to either make my own or get some from like vinyls, because vinyls have breakbeat sections. You can sample from.
That's what's up, bro.
Give me 1 second.
You good. Hey, you want to give a shout out to, I don't know who followed in the chat. Zony Technician. Did you see who that was? Nah. Yeah, shout out to whoever followed us in the chat.
Hey,
Big love to you.
Big love, big love,
Big
big love.
love to you. Yes, sir. If you're just joining us, this is episode 3 of the producer interview series, The Recipe. We in the middle of the rapid fire round. We got a couple more in the clip, and we got Bass Monkey back in the game. All right, the next one is gonna be Kenny Beats, Pierre Bourne. Where you at with it, dog?
Pierre,
get over here.
Oh, that was quick. That was quick.
I mean, I'm not gonna. It's not saying completely, knocking off Kenny Beats.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
has, he has a good repertoire. Discography. He's done some stuff like Rico Nasty, Gucci Mane, Q the Fool. But I mean, Pierre Bourne. Pierre just has that sauce with him that.
Yes, sir.
I don't think
Yes,
Kenny
sir.
can just finesse that Pierre sauce.
That special sauce.
But Kenny, if you ever do see this, you want to work, let me know.
You know what I'm saying?
You still great. You still
Exactly.
the GOAT, bro. What I do like about Kenny Beats and somebody else we mentioned earlier, Alex Toomey, both people that are just very dedicated to, again, we were talking about earlier, just sharing knowledge, dropping signal change, dropping Pro Tools templates, things like that. So I think both of those guys should be commended, to be commended for just their respect for the producer community, for sure. All right, this one's a little close to home. And again, both is a safe answer, right? We got J-Rob, Tech Loon. Twisty face.
No, hold on. Repeat one more time. I just want to make sure I heard properly.
Yeah. We got J-Rob and we got Tech Loon.
I gotta go Tech.
Tech,
Okay.
for sure.
Because I'm trying to remember because he has a project that he did with Anime or Animina. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name properly. I'm not sure. Either Animina or Golden, one of the two, but he has a track on that project. I'm gonna find a way to send it to the chat so they know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say
into it.
he definitely got one on that first, I think it was the God Complex, that early Gold Link tape, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yup.
I think that's the tape. I think that's the tape. What is the track like? Is like around like 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's like a super short,
one.
it's like a really short joint. It's like rapping straight through it. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
that's
and plus with Tech Loon, I think he's not afraid really to experiment with anything, with any
for sure.
sound that comes to mind, or any type of vibe or groove tempo. He pretty much doesn't limit himself. And I think that's what gravitated me towards him when I first heard his stuff, was the experimentation he did.
Got you. For sure.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Hey, man.
Listen, I'm trying to hear some more stuff.
Come on, rapid fire it out, my guy.
Look. I think that's all of them
Yeah,
right
man.
there.
I guess we got one more question for you, man. What you got coming? What can we expect from what's new? What can we expect new coming from Bass Monkey in the new normal?
What you cooking on, man?
Well, the first thing that's coming new is working on a new project.
Hold up. I think you got
it's
your
a little
mic
muffled.
muted. Or your mic covered up. Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Oh, you good.
Yeah,
you
we
good.
got
There
you
you go.
now.
Also, aside from that, slowly moving into artist development.
Sir, yes, sir.
Beyond just recording, but actually, developing as far as helping with like marketing, getting things together, because I've realized a lot of artists don't necessarily understand the music business side of things, and I want to be able to explain it to them, so this way they avoid a lot of legality and don't feel as though they've been stuck in a certain place. But other than that, that's pretty much what's coming new, just new music and trying to expand and just keep things going.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Feel
sir.
that, man.
Hey, man. We excited to hear it, man. You can find Bass Monkey on IG at Bass Monkey. It's right there on the screen. You can find him
Can't
at
miss
Bass
it.
Monkey on SoundCloud with all the jams, for sure. And man, we just want to thank you for tapping in with us tonight, man. We really appreciate it. Thank you for sending us all the unreleased heat. The chat was feeling it. Yeah, man, we just want to thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time out to interview me. You know, it was a nice environment, you know, nice time. Got to, you know, have a few jokes and whatnot.
Yes, sir.
I will
Yes, sir.
tell the chat this. I'm trying to get on my Twitch as also.
Yes,
So
sir. Hey,
hopefully when
Connect.
when I figure that out, you know, probably Twitch probably mix sessions, recording sessions.
yeah,
Just
yes,
letting
sir.
people
All of
see
it.
more of what we
I'm on
you know,
there.
what audio engineers do.
Oh yeah,
Let
I'm
them know,
on there.
Let them know.
Send
Hey,
me
y'all
the
heard
link.
that in the
I'm
chat.
on there.
Everybody drop your Twitch channel in the chat. Just say something in the chat if you're
Everybody
still up
drop
in here,
your Twitch
and
like
you can go
this.
back and run this joint back and see everybody that's the tapped in. We're gonna follow everybody and send love. Hey man, I think there's only one thing left to do, and it's to apply that pressure on them. You know what I mean? So go ahead and let the people know. Give them a little intro on it, and we're gonna get on up out of here. All right.
Oh yeah, this track Pressure is coming off my most recent beat tape. There's not much to explain about the track. It explains itself, so I'm gonna let them listen to it.
My man. So this has been episode three of the Recipe Producer Interview Series. My name is Neon June.
I'm Briley Harris.
We are Zony
And I'm
Sound.
Bass Monkey.
And he's Bass Monkey.
and
Yes,
that's Bass
sir.
Monkey.
Krap, krap. And we out this joint. Thank y'all for tuning in. New episodes every Monday at 8 p.m. And you know how we do it, bro. Yeah, you can go ahead and mute up, bro. We out this joint, my
We're
man.
gonna see y'all next time.
Yeah.
Big Zone Talk.
Pressure. Applying the pressure.
Oh God.
Let's go.
Oh God. Sheesh. Bass.
We still here.
Monkey. Let's go.